Some testimony this morning about how I first came to Christ. I was reading someone else's story just today about they had just gotten baptized and something about cutting themselves, and I heard their pain and my tears just poured forth, and I thought, I have got to give this testimony. I don't have long on the phone, so I'm just going to try to cut to the key points. I was born, there goes the battery. Every time I get ready to do this video, the battery goes down. So obviously it's meant to be. Let's make it really short. I was born into a family who was of the New World Order. Even though they didn't believe in God, they really did. They worshiped the false gods. Child sexual abuse was prevalent, and scapegoating was, the main gain, and I was the scapegoat. And I was destroyed, but God picked me up. Out of the middle of Faro Valley was the country club we lived in. These Jesus freaks lived down the street, and they told me Jesus loved me. And they demonstrated things of the Spirit without trying to put on some kind of show. It's just the way they lived. Making a long story short, Abba harpazoed me. I went kicking and screaming, but nevertheless, he harpazoed me and put me in a place where I couldn't get away from, but I was safe. See, a girls' school. And this is where I was able to discern between true Christianity and false religion. The girls' school was all built on legalism, whereas I had met Christ through the people that I knew, the Jesus freaks down the street, that even healed me, pulled a thorn out of my eye after they anointed me with oil, prayed for me, where else? Nobody else was around to help. My eye was healed. So I'd seen the true Christ. Well, the religion and the legalism were not helping. But I did get saved when there was a preacher's conference that came from somewhere else. And I felt the Holy Spirit pick me up and carry me down the aisle. But because I was so bound by everything I had been through, when I got back to the dorm and was left alone and nobody to minister to me or deliver me or anything, I had carved in a 666 into my thigh. Now, I was only 16 years old. And it really freaked me out. Of course, then I knew that people had demons, but man, if we said anything about it, they'd kick our butts rather than deliver us. So that lay dormant for another 10 years before I was born again. But during that time, Abba let me see those things which he wanted to heal me from. And so I started seeking, and I went to a counselor, and I was able to actually